I shared with y'all the other day that I wanted to do a little bit of a change. I wanted to change a bit from my smartphones that we all get tracked on. It's like crazy, to a simpler, more robust phone. And quite honestly, I did a bit of research and I found that this one, for the price, pretty much had everything that I needed. I needed something that it was phone calls and texts, and I needed something that it had a hotspot in case that I needed to use my computer on the go. I don't want apps asking for my location and having all of my information, because I don't know if y'all know this, but even if you say no, they're still collecting all your information on these devices. So yes, they are great. Yes, you can get a whole bunch of stuff in it. Pictures are great, everything, but you're giving up so much of your privacy. I mean, they're tracking you 24/7 on everything. Now, I need to say that this still can triangulate you with this on cell phone towers and whatnot, but you don't have in here Google Maps. You don't have in here all of that other stuff that you constantly are being tracked on. And this is so very simplistic, but it still gives you the ability of having something to work as a hotspot in case that you need to use your computer. And that's the thing. Sometimes we need to use our computers, but want to have the constant surveillance. So let's jump into this. I bought it refurbished, which is $20 cheaper. It still comes with a 1-year warranty. It does have a battery that you can actually exchange. You remember the old phones that you can, just change the batteries? Nowadays, smartphones, you can't change the batteries. This one, you can still do that. So that is a great thing to have. Now, the door in the back, I already unscrew it. It does have a screw. It does have gaskets around. This claims to be waterproof. Fairly easy to take out. Now, right here, you pull this little thing, you put it up, and now you have access to your SD card, meaning that you can extend the memory. Currently, I have a 16 one in here, 16 gigs. And on the other side, you put your SIM card. One thing that I have to mention to you all, this is compatible because it's unlocked with Cricket Wireless, which is AT&T. And I think it's also compatible with T-Mobile and Metro. It is not compatible. This one is not compatible with Verizon. Okay? But you get the unlocked one, and all you have to do is remove your SIM card, and all these phones, at least Cricket, which is a prepaid cell phone service, I encourage you to just get prepaid. If you decide one day you don't want to have a phone, all you have to do is just stop paying the bill, and that's it. They do come with a SIM card. Now, lately, I don't know why they're going into the whole electronic SIM card and they want you to put all your information in there. Well, I don't know why. No, I know why, because I want to keep track of everything. But what I did is, because when I bought the phone, it came with the SIM card, and they use the electronic one. I just chatted customer service, and I said, hey, I want to use the SIM card. And they asked me, do you have the SIM card? I was like, yeah, I have the SIM card that came with the phone. And that's what we did. And that's it. They're still capable of using SIM cards. And you do need a SIM card. Now, if all your contacts are in your phone and not in the SIM card, in the link below, I'm going to put a program that you can get, or an app that you can get at the store. It's free. And all you have to do is select all contacts from your phone and copy it to the SIM card. That's it. That's all you have to do. Okay? And after that, just remove the SIM card and put it in here. Again, the SIM card goes right here. Right here goes the other one, and I have a 16 in here. If it comes out, it's a little hard to get to. Right there is one. Hopefully you guys can see it. And on the other side is the SIM card per se. This is a very, I want to call it simple, but this is just the way that probably a lot of you grow up using. What comes in the phone? Oh, with the phone. A charger cube, instructions, and a cable, and of course the battery. That's it. The guy, I mean, you don't need a book for none of this. Simple. Very, very simple. And I like simple. It feels very rugged. It does come with a warranty. It is not a $50 phone, but it's not a $500 phone either. Here it shows you that a micro SD card goes in one side and the SIM card goes on the other side, and the battery cover does have a screw. It does have a headset that you can put in, and right here, I haven't opened it, and it works as the antenna for FM radio. And right here, a C charger, which comes with one. The fact that I can play MP3, the fact that I have a FM radio in here, the fact that I have the camera, the fact that I'm not being tracked, I have a flashlight if I need to, I have programmable buttons. It has really good speakers. I don't know what to tell you all. Would it be a drawback? I don't know. I want you to consider this. Do you want to be controlled 24/7? Or do you want to have something that the government is not tracking you? Now, you can do web search on this, but I don't know if you guys remember how it used to be back in the day. That's exactly how it's going to be. It's not as slow as you may think. Close this thing. Push it down. Now you have the SIM card and the SD card. This goes up and does have this pull thing, just in case you want to take out the battery. You can just pull it off. I kind of like it, to tell you the truth. Alright, let's put the, let me close this. This is what we need all to have. That's it. That way, instead of, just going back and forth with 1,000 text message, maybe people will start talking to each other a little bit more. And you don't need to change your phone every year. Isn't that a wonderful thing, huh? Gallery. I have, you see, movies. Let me share one so you guys can see that it does play. Options. Play. And then it will give you and you can change it on the guy, full screen, and you can even fast forward with this one. So yeah, you can definitely see. I don't know. Let's see if we can do the browser. We are at a tipping point. And often you have heard that from prepper channels and whatnot, and thank God
there you go.
It will come to fruition. Because there's nothing that I want more that never see in an SHTF. Never. So you can still go ahead and watch, the Frontier Preppers, even if you have this type of phone. Regarding the camera and the mic, I'll let you be the judge of that. I don't think this is going to be the greatest phone to catch or record high quality videos, but it will at least allow you or give you the ability to record and take pictures even with a very simple device. Now let's do a little bit of test. Let me open the Wi-Fi for this. So the hotspot is on. All right. So this is the hotspot for this. Download speed is not bad at all. This is 4G, by the way. So that's not bad at all. Let's see what we have going on. Again, not bad, not bad. Let's see. Upload speed. It's a little on the lacking. That should be expected. Okay, so not bad. I'm liking it, y'all. I am really liking it. The simplicity of having something that is simple, that you still have a camera. Of course, you be the judge of that camera, whether or not you want to, choose to have a device that you have 50 megabytes or megapixels, sorry, and your camera, or do you want something that is simple enough that you don't have to, like, I don't know. It's completely up to you. Obviously, when it comes to smartphones, you're going to get a whole bunch more. You're going to be able to do a lot more. But for those of us who want to slow down a little bit and we want to unplug a little bit, I think this is a very viable solution. You still have the ability to search the web if you need to. If you need to look up a YouTube video, or you're bored and you want to see something, you still can do it. A little bit harder. Texting is again doable, especially with predictive texting. You got to get used to it. But those of us who grew up in the early on when the phones came out, and you remember, this reminds me a lot of Nextels. The yellow phones, remember Nextels? It reminds me a lot of it. So it's a bit nostalgic with a lot better camera. Believe it or not, those phones didn't have a camera. So, but there's something like, I don't know what to tell you. It makes it more private, if you will. Plus, and here's something that a lot of people have forgot. Have you forgot when you were just talking to somebody and you're done and you're like, do you forgot about that? There's nothing more satisfying than just closing the phone and just ending that conversation. But that's here and there. That's just to give you an idea. I just want to say that I think this is a very viable way for you to disconnect a little bit, for you to let go of the phone, that we are so attached to it, because we really are. It is a extremely viable thing to have. And in regards to no more apps, no more tracking, they can still triangulate your location, but it's not the same as with the other ones. It doesn't mean that you have to throw away your smartphone. It doesn't mean that at all. In fact, if this is all you have for entertainment, you can still use it if you want to. But if you want to let go of it, or if you just want to use it for recording videos or do YouTube, you can still use your hotspot, and you will have two devices. But when you leave your house and you leave this behind, or if you just don't want to use it because you want to have something more simple, essentially what I'm trying to say here is this will simplify your life. It will give you that freedom back that you willingly give away. Now, one thing that this one doesn't have, that this one does have, and it may be one of those things that people just got used to it, is GPS. You don't have the Google Maps that you have on this one. But the solution is very simple. How many of us have old-fashioned GPS? Because I took it out the other day and I was like, well, I don't have to worry about it. I can just leave this in my car. I'm just going to use it for driving. So that's it. But I'm still not being tracked. Not as much as with this. So you see what I'm saying? There are ways to solve the problem. And if you really want to think about it, these two devices equals the same amount of money that you will spend in a good smartphone. It just is. But the thing is that you can still change the battery, and this can last you a long time. This is waterproof, shockproof. I mean, it is rugged, and you don't need subscription for an old-fashioned GPS. In fact, I actually updated it not too long ago. I didn't have to pay a single penny. A lot of the things that this is required to do is constantly update the apps, constantly know your location. They even want to know precise location for everything. So it's like, how much more intrusive can you be? So if you want to make the switch from a smartphone to a phone, I will leave the link in the description below. Remember, this is not for Verizon. I'm gonna be using this a lot more, just because I want to simplify things. I think all I have become too complicated when it comes to technology, and even us here that we do this YouTube and we record everything, we just need to cut back on technology a little bit. And it doesn't mean that we're going to go hermit or anything like that. This has a lot of the things that we need. It's just, I feel that our smartphones are just way too intrusive nowadays. You may feel different. I feel that this way, just regular GPS and my phone, will just do fine. We don't need to be telling people everything about our life when that is none of their business. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the links in the pinned comment below. Consider joining our Frontier Prepper Squad or let an ad to you run. It really does make a difference. And always remember, those who prepare today will not struggle tomorrow.